Let you know how it works out. That's weird. Are these supposed to be lower than that? But yeah, I really dig the interior on this car. It really is, truly is a quality interior by Mitsubishi standards. Mitsubishi's interiors have been they're okay. Honda, I think, has like out of all the Japanese cars, the cheaper Japanese cars, I think they have the best interior. I'm not gonna lie. And then, but Mitsubishi, the Galant has a great interior. I mean, look at those gauges; they're huge. Like, you need big enough numbers to read that thing, right? But I mean, the vents, everything. If you, I don't have a Lancer interior video, but if you sit inside of a Lancer or even the Lancer Evolution, $30,000 car, not a cheap car, but it has a very cheap interior. If you want a fast all-wheel drive turbo car with a decent interior, I would suggest getting a WRX. WRX has a very nice interior, but the Subaru dealerships are douchebags. They wouldn't even let me test drive a WRX when I wanted to test drive a STI. Even the Mitsubishi dealership let me drive the Evo, so that was nice of them. So I mean, look at this. There's a pocket here. There's an ashtray here. It's got a left and right like a what is this like climate bias, so you can put more of the air going one way or going the other way. Everything is good, nice to get to. The controls are good, simple, you know. The vents are nice. It has a clock. This is still the era. There's a clock. You know, I put this dash mat on here. Oh yeah, that's another interior mod I did. I bought a dash mat. I didn't want this black dash to get ruined. I haven't velcroed it on yet. That's why it looks kind of like floppy. It's just kind of just sitting there. But only thing I don't like is it blocks the limited edition Galant VR4 plate 1373 of 2091s. Yeah, but that's another interior mod I've done. And I have a Broadway mirror. Hello. Yeah, this one actually has a sunroof, and it has some decent headroom. There's my head. I got like an inch. I think I could drive this with the helmet on. And maybe if I lean the seat back a little bit. Yeah. The sunroof doesn't work on this car anymore, and I don't know why. I don't know why this cover won't move anymore. So we found out when I bought the car. We were like, hey, does the sunroof work? I was like, I never tried it. And we tried it, and it kind of got stuck, and then we put it back, and I decided let's not touch the sunroof anymore. But it would be nice if it worked, because there's no air conditioning in this car. See, it has air conditioning, but they took it out, see? So hopefully that's going to be one of the mods I'm going to do, is put air conditioning. And it does have cruise control. See, there's a cruise control stock, but the cruise control stuff is not there. And it has fog lights too. See, it has the built-in fog lights that they took off. So there's a lot of stuff that was taken off of this car, and I want to put it back on. It's like a Grand Tour, is what it is, but a very nice Grand Tour. It's a sports sedan, and I want all the creature comforts. Yeah. So if you've ever ridden in an Eclipse and then gotten a Galant, the Galant is not a lot nicer, more luxurious ride. So here is a mirror controls, left and right. So this is the left and the right, and then this adjusts it. And it has little coin holders here. I showed you the cup holder thing earlier. I just make a separate video on the interior on this car. It's got cloth. Like the headliner's coming off in the back. I've noticed that. I'm gonna have to staple that. This used to like have window tint, and I'm gonna tint it again because it gets very hot in here. Also, these here, the pillar here, this used to have auto belts. You know, right? This is from that era. It used to have the auto belts that go up like this around here, and then like automatically, like auto belts you in, but they took them off. And I gotta get a new, the seats are great in this thing too, the leather seats, but they're like kind of worn out. I gotta get a new seat belt. This one's kind of fraying. That's not good. The pedals, there's my feet. The pedals, I don't like the pedals on this car. I mean, they're okay, but you need a very wide, fat foot. Well, I don't know, I guess if you're one of those people that heel on toes like this, you know, I have kind of big feet, so I can't really do that. I like to heel and toe like this. See, I step on the brake with the left part of my foot, and then I blip it with the right side, like that. That's how I heel and toe, and it's a little too far for me. So I definitely gonna get some racing pedals, or I'm just gonna get the racing pedals from my Eclipse and put them on here. Yeah. Oh, and this has a Momo steering wheel already installed. I don't know what the stock one. I think the stock one is like a 3-spoke kind of. This is a very nice wheel. It looks like it belongs on this car. It makes this car look like it's a Beamer or something. This looks like a steering wheel from like a Beamer. It's a nice wheel. I might just keep it in the car, but I'm gonna put a quick release in it. Yeah. So I can't like say much. I can't say more good things about the interior on this car. It's spectacular. Spectacular. There's speakers here. Supposedly there's speakers here. I can't hear them though. They're not wired in or something. There's speakers here. The door locks are automatic. I mean, they're automatic manual. There's no keyless entry. But when you put the key in, they automatically all pop up, or they go down like this. See? So I'm gonna pull up on this, and then the other ones will go up. See? Oh, and sometimes they like to go down. It's a little glitchy. Oh, I guess I gotta do it carefully. If I pull it really hard, it'll thing. So yeah, that's another cool thing about the interior. This has a Kenwood deck, and I found out it does work with a 64GB Samsung memory drive. So awesome. And also the previous owner installed the gauges here on the bottom. I don't like them here. When you install gauges, you gotta have them so like you just glance at them. And so what I'm gonna wind up doing is replacing this with AEM wideband AF ratio meter. I'm just gonna ditch this, and then I'm probably just gonna move this boost gauge. I'm trying to buy like one of those cup thingies. It's like a gauge cup that goes here on top where the speaker grill is. I think that's the best place, because you can just look at it. You just like glance left, and you'll see it, right? And then I also have the pillar pod. I don't like the pillar pod because people can see it. I'm trying to keep the sleeper thing going, and plus, if I do get the pillar pod, I don't know, something they must have done something with the heat gun or something here. That's what the previous owner told me, and it like bubbled out this plastic here. So if I put the gauge pod in, it'll cover this uppiness, you know. Or I can just get a new pillar cover. It does have rear defrosters. It doesn't have a rear, I don't know what this is for. It doesn't have a rear, what is it? Wipers. It doesn't have rear wipers. What else can I say? This has a Delrin shift knob, so it doesn't get hot or anything. That's nice. I'll keep keeping that. Let's see here. It has controls for the windows here. That's all, and then a window lock, so people can't play with their windows while you're driving. Here we have the custom Galant VR4 floor mats. I don't think these are stock. I'm pretty sure, like, I know somebody on Galant VR4 makes these for this car. You can even get them embroidered with your number on it. So this is 1373. It would say 1373 out of 3000. So the seats, leather seats. It's like your typical Mitsubishi leather seat. It's a little pillowy. I do like Mitsubishi seats. They're great, but they're not great for spirited driving. They don't hold you in, unless you're a big dude. And yeah, and it's very slippery too. I'm gonna get a seat cover because this is pretty torn here. I'm sure I can get this reupholstered, but this is always the problem right here. This when you get in and out. I mean, it's probably a good idea to get this reupholstered before the foam starts getting messed up. Or I might get a new seat. I don't know. Let's see, the stitching's coming off here too, so it's not in the bestest of shape, but it's not horrible. Or I just might put a seat cover over it. So here we have some very odd looking controls, see? So this here, it goes in and out so you can get more leverage, and then you pull it up and it raises the seat height if you got some really long legs. But I prefer it to be all the way down because I like to have headroom. You just pull it down. Oh, not going down. I think you have to be sitting on it for it to go down more easily. I like it all the way down. And then, like, yes, like Mitsubishi has some odd seat controls. They don't have the little bar here in the front like all the other cars do. No, Mitsubishi has to be special, and they gotta have their. It's like the Eclipse. They have their own handle right here, and this move. You pull this up, and it moves the seat front and back. And then this is the recline right here, and it does have a lumbar support too. So very nice seats. I like the Mitsubishi seats. They're very comfortable. See, there's the lumbar support. It likes to come off. Very nice seats. Very nice seats, but not good for spirited driving. You'll slide all around it. That's why I like driving with a racing harness. But I don't know how I'm going to put a harness on this unless I can stick it in here. Oh yeah, maybe I could. Now it's a little far from that though. I'm gonna have to get a harness bar and it'll be ugly, like yuck. We'll figure something out. Yeah, so the rear seats are okay. It's split in here. Oh, there's armrests. Oh, I never even saw that. There's armrests in here. Man, that's the first time I've seen that. That's incredible. The seats don't fold forward though. There's a little thing to put. There's even these little pockets to put the freaking I'm not gonna take them out. the seatbelt thingies. So you just pull them out of these little holes, and you attach the seatbelts in there. Yeah, maybe this is where this goes. Oh yeah, it is. So that's the first time I've seen that in a car too. I don't know. I'm sure there's other cars that probably have that. So you can tell. You can tell. See, there's holes in the carpet. That's where the old seatbelts used to bolt into. There's a little pocket back here. Very nice interior, very nice. I can't praise it enough, you know. It's controls here for the windows. It's the LED light here. It has child protective locking thingies for the rear, so your kids don't actually open the door and jump out. There's ashtrays on it. Look at that, incredible, right? On each door. Mitsubishi went all out on this, man. This is a very luxurious model. So, let's see here. Let's go take a look at the trunk now. So here's the trunk release. You can open it with a key also, and here's the gas lid release. And the gas lid is kind of weird because my key doesn't work on it. I don't know why. So I mean, it's okay if I could just open it from the inside, but yeah. And notice it says unleaded fuel only. It doesn't say premium unleaded fuel only, so but I highly suggest you put premium in this car. It was not. I don't think it was designed. It's turbocharged. You should really. You know, this car looks like it's dirty already. So much dust on it and stuff already. Whatever. And yeah, I gotta get a new gas cap. This is a Mitsubishi gas cap. The little thingy here, the little arm popped off to hold it, to keep you from losing it. So I'll see if I can find a newer one. Okay, that's cool. So continuing on the interior. So I got a bunch of receipts in here. Let's get those out of here. But yeah, here's the interior. It's quite large. It's big enough for a person to fit in there. I could fit in there. You could probably put 2 people in there. The seats do not fold back. There's this black widow hiding around in here. I don't know where I can find her. Yes, I have a pet black widow living in my trunk. So there you can see the speakers. It's quite big. It's got a Cusco strut bar in the back. So it looks like it would be ideal to put a subwoofer under that. If I could find a subwoofer that fits under there, that's gravy, you know. I mean, hopefully I don't have to use. I won't be using the spare. So there's a fuel pump relay somewhere in here, but yeah, so let's see what's under this cover here. So yes, so it's all-wheel drive. Since it's all-wheel drive, it has all that drivetrain stuff, so they have to it limits your trunk space. It's just like the GSX. The GSX is like that. You have less trunk space in the back because you have that drivetrain. So there's a spare, and I think there's a tools. I don't know where the jack is though. Oh, jack is right here. Jack is hiding right there on the side, where Miss Black Widow is. But yeah, so I don't like how that thing sticks out like that. Yeah, and then you can access your fuel pump right here. I'm not happy with that, with how this has a hump here. But I mean, it's what Mitsubishi had to do to fit the all-wheel drivetrain in here. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. There's no sound deadening material at all, but it doesn't matter because it's in a separate. They figured it's in a separate thing, so. It's actually not. Well, it is a little bit on the heavy side, a little bit. If you can get a carbon fiber trunk, that'd help. And the lights are here. They're easily accessible. That's good. I like that. Good job, Mitsubishi. I can't praise the interior anymore. So yeah. So there you go. That's HadesOmega's tour of the Galant VR4 interior. I'm very, very impressed. This 91 Galant VR4 has a excellent interior. Better, I would say, better than the Eclipse. Better than the Eclipse interior. It's very high class. I like it. I like it a whole lot. And it's all black. Look at that. Look at that, right? It's so black. This car is so black. Look at it. It's incredible. It's too bad I don't have black lug nuts, right? Let's just paint them. I start classy dipping stuff, you know, like this. But yeah, I'm very impressed in the interior in this car. That's all I'm gonna say. This model, I don't know what the base model Galants look like, but the VR4 with, you know, in this trim is it impressed me a lot, man. I like the interior a whole lot, and it's, you know, it's VIP. It's very cushy. One thing I kind of don't like, well, there's a boost gauge. If you look here, it does have, oh, I never talked about the gauges, so let me go talk about the gauges real quick. I did talk about all the controls and stuff, but, so here's the gauges. Actually, there's a thing to change the color for the gauges. It's fucking trick, right? That is trick. Unfortunately, the guy told me don't mess with it because it may not work anymore, so I'm not gonna play with it anymore. Right now I think it's set to green or something, which is cool. So there's a brake light, a seatbelt light, a 4WS light. So this car, a little info on this car, the four-wheel steering system has been deleted from this car. This has 3000 GT rear trailing arms. That doesn't have the four-wheel. That's kind of weird. I know. The 3000 GT does have a four-wheel steering. Maybe it's for the base model 3000 GT. So that's probably where you got it from. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So then there's a security light. There's some kind of security system on this car, and so everything is all analog, which is fine. Look at the numbers on these tachometers. So big. It has 7,000 red line. It goes up to 9. I heard that you can safely rev 4D63 to like 8. So if you can, actually this car might be chipped, so it has a higher rev limiter, but I'm not gonna test that out. He told me some stuff about the chip, but I don't quite remember what was installed on it. I don't know. It looks like there's supposed to be, maybe if this is automatic, there's supposed to be something here. There's a high beam indicator left and right. This has dual trip meters. Dual trip meters, huh? How do you like that? So basically the way you operate is you just twist it to A or B and then you press it to reset it. That's pretty rad. And there's your odometer and speedometer right here with the huge numbers on it. Yeah, it's like they made it for people with bad eyesight or something. You had a battery light, anti-lock. So this used to have ABS. This car used to have ABS. I just think the ABS was deleted from this car too. There's so much stuff that was taken out of this car. This car just has like everything just thrown into it. And in the 90s, you know, ABS was a big deal. That's when ABS started, you know, becoming the thing, you know. It's got an oil pressure light, a check engine, and a cruise light. So that, yes, like I said, this car used to have cruise control, but it was taken out, and I may try to get it working again. But I heard that the cruise control, the throttle sucks on the cruise control. I don't know. It seems fine on the Eclipse. I have no complaints about it, but they said it's smoother without it, so that's probably why they changed it. The guy I bought this from, they were trying to turn it into a track car, so well, it's such a waste just to leave it as a track car, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And like I said, it does have a boost gauge. I wish it had like a voltmeter, and I wish it had a voltmeter and what else? A voltmeter and an oil pressure gauge. Those it does not have. So maybe I may keep these gauges here, and I may install a voltmeter and a oil pressure gauge here. That's what I may do, and then I will move these ones to here or here from my plans, interior plans. So yeah, so there it is. There's the Galant VR4 interior. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's quite a excellent interior. I'm very impressed with it. For even such a very old car, I don't want to say very old, but for such an old car, the interior is very nice. HadesOmega out.